plan. He read a prayer and asked me to repeat each phrase. So that is what I did. After baptism, they introduced me as a born-again, heaven-bound kid. I pray to you that day to make sure my fire insurance was on file. But Jesus, you knew what to do with a squeaky yes from a 7-year-old child. Years later, you disrupted me after police took my fingerprints and mugshot. As a juvenile delinquent, I was a prodigy at getting caught in a holding cell. I fell to the floor. I was fed up with myself. I whispered a visceral prayer to you, an undeserving cry for help. I was fairly stoned and all alone, but I became aware of your embrace, cascading me with grace that pushed out every single trace of the raging loser I was before you wisely apprehended me and remanded me all to yourself in liberating captivity. I didn't physically hear your voice or see your face inside that station, but you were tangibly manifest without any theatrical sensations. Hold me still and impose your will. I want you to be disruptive. Open me, close me, purge and fill. I want you to be disruptive. Hold me still and impose your will. I want you to be disruptive. Open me, close me, purge and fill. I want you to be disruptive. Another time you disrupted me. I was leaning on the kitchen sink, a burned out pastor on study leave with overdue time to think. I was caring for many people, but my tapped out soul was on fumes. I assumed my pain was a secret, but nothing ever slips by you. At that sink you sang to me without words or sounds. You had been singing all along, but the noise inside me was too loud. You sang me back into tune. You sang me back toward wholeness. Your song entwined the two of us in unhindered closeness. I have noticed that your disruptions are less frequent since I have come to the conclusion that I would rather be disruptive. Open me, close me, purge and fill. I want you to be disruptive. Amen.